tea. Be right back. Okay, I'm back and I've got my favorite cup right here. Let me turn it so you can see it. It's got this thing which is like a fuel gauge that goes from like empty, so it's black before you pour a hot beverage in it, and then when you pour it, it pretty much goes like my tea is up to here, so it goes hot up to there. I bought this cup not because I wanted to buy a cup, I had no intentions of buying a cup, but I saw it and I had to have it. The basics of good branding. Hi there! If you're coming from the previous video, welcome. If you're a recent subscriber, welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome to the tribe. My name is Nthanda and I'm a digital entrepreneur. I run several brands that have a lot of digital media presence. So understanding that my brands are digital, I've spent a lot of time understanding what digital branding is and how you can brand your businesses to sound and appear better online. I've been branding my businesses for the past year, the whole year, and I've been learning a lot of things that I thought weren't readily available everywhere, and I thought I would bridge that gap by sharing that information with you, and hopefully you find it helpful for your own businesses. I got most of the information I'm going to be sharing with you from Brand Trust. I really like the website. I was just really sad that they hadn't adapted most of that content into video content, and most of it I think was in German when I tried to check on YouTube. So I wanted to try to do some content in English and simplify everything and repackage it in a very easy and simple way to understand. So this video is going to be very brief, and we're going to discuss what branding is and why you should brand your businesses. I went about my brand for the longest time without ever thinking of branding. Like, I had a general idea of like, what is my brand? What do I stand for? But I wasn't so like clear from end to end that this is exactly what my brand is, this is the problem that it solves, this is how it does it. That's basically what branding is. Now, according to Google, and I'm going to read this because I hate memorizing, branding is the promotion of a particular product or company by means of advertising and distinctive design. So you keep repetitively doing it until people understand that this is your brand, this is your product, whatever it is that you're pushing, but you're trying to promote it to a point that people understand what exactly it is. Now, you can't sell something that you don't understand. When you have a brand, for example, I'm Ntha, I need to understand who Ntha is, and this is personal branding that I'm going to discuss at a later stage. But I, as a brand, have to understand who I am before I start talking about who I am to somebody else. When I come around and they ask me, what are your hobbies? I have to take a step back and say, what are my hobbies? What do I like doing? When I know that clearly to the core, then I'm able to communicate it better to somebody else. You must do the same for your business. When you have your business and I say, okay, I make these cups. Why do I make this cup? I'm trying to solve a problem in there. Maybe people are bored in their offices. They need something entertaining. Okay, how do I entertain them? What do I give them? And I have so many of these cups. Let me see if I have another one right here. This one has it's a chalk, you write on it. I think I wrote something like King Mode activated. It's kind of coming off now. And it's pretty awesome because I figure this has one thing and I'm going to be changing this. My point talking about this is when you're solving a problem, you have to try to understand your audience and what they're looking for. What is the thing that is a need to them? And the other important factor about branding, for me, in my opinion, is you're trying to change your product or your service to almost a need. So where do you meet your market? Where do you meet your audience at their need? Now, the other thing about branding is it's about longevity. So you're looking at long term. I have had so many businesses in my life. Oh God, I could go on. I thought about being a business person, but not just being a business person, but being an entrepreneur when I was, I think, 19. I wrote an article that I went back to and I was like, ugh. But my heart was set there that I knew that I had to do business. I didn't want to be an employee. My first business, I think, must have been doing hair. I used to do hair. I think most black girls are going to relate to that. I used to do hair. I've done makeup. I tried selling shoes. I lost so much money, so much of my dad's money during that time. There was a time that I just moved to the city where I live in now, and I tried selling fish. I tried that. There's so many businesses that I've done. Now I'm in media, particularly digital media, and I've been in it for 3 years, and I feel like I finally found my center. So that's what branding should give you. It should give you your center, and it should give you long term. Most of my businesses failed when I tried them, and that failure to me is a lack of branding. I wasn't solving a problem. I wasn't meeting my audience at their need, and in the end, it fell apart. If I was selling shoes, okay, I'm selling shoes, but what does my audience need? I had to find a gap and fill it. That's where branding comes in, and I never did that. So all those business ventures, even when I was selling fish, it's really good business, by the way. Even when I was selling fish, I wasn't meeting my audience at their need, and in the end, my business fell. So when I did media, I was like, I really love media and I don't want this to fail. So I tried to invest all of my time into research, and that's basically all of this that I'm sharing with you, and hopefully you can find some things that you can apply into your business, and let me know if it is helpful, and you can ask me any questions that I can answer. Now, how did I start branding personally? I was creating another business venture. I think this should have been a media thing as well. No, I wanted to do a movie. I do want to be a producer. That's my dream. I'm sharing it with you. I want to be a producer. So I was trying to do a movie. And one of my mentors said to me that, how are you sure that this is the thing that you want to continue doing? How are you sure that this is not something that you're just going to do and drop again? Because I was known for that, you know. I do something, I drop it. I try something else, I drop it. How are you sure that this is supposed to go on? So in the moment I was defensive. I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to stick to it. But I went back and I was like, okay, honestly, how am I supposed to achieve this? What is it? What does it solve? What is it supposed to achieve? So that got me through the process of branding, understanding a business from what it is and how you can market it and how do you communicate it. How does it basically stand the test of time? So if a business is branded correctly, you should ensure longevity, you should maximize impact and optimize return. Depending on the type of business that you're in, you would want to last as long as the business should last. Basically, if you're supposed to sell fish, how long should you sell fish for? You shouldn't fail because you failed to meet your audience that you need. So this is exactly what I'm saying. Branding is about understanding your brand, really getting to the corners of all of it and communicating that to your audience, meeting your audience that they need. Why should you brand? Because you want to last longer, because you want to maximize impact, and you want to optimize return. Those are the two things I wanted to address in this video. What is branding and why should you brand? You're branding because you want to know your business. You want any question that anybody can ask you about your business. You should be able to answer that, okay, this is my brand. And I'm going to share how you can brand. I'm going to be answering in the next video. You should subscribe if you like that content. I'm going to be answering the, I think I call them the 4 W's and the 1H. It's the what, why, where. There's one missing. There is what, where, when. Ugh. How can I remember that? Okay. What, where, when? Which, what, where, when. I think those are the 4 W's and how. So I'll be teaching you how to brand your business step by step, at least from experience. I'm not an expert, so I'm just going to give you what works for me. When I get an idea, how do I lift it from being just an idea to a point where it's something that I can monetize and work with. And if you'd like to see that video, please stick around, subscribe, follow me on social media so we can stay in touch. You can follow my brand pages. Stay kind. I'll be seeing you soon.